So here are at the same location. Now we got a service call for this thermostat up in the kitchen. We're gonna go ahead and figure out what's going on with that. Maybe they need a new thermostat. Could be some bad batteries. Highly doubt that, though. Customer is pretty knowledgeable when it comes to minor maintenance issues. So we'll go in and find out what's wrong. Got to find out where this thermostat is first, though. So go to the bottom section. We don't bother any club members. Hey man, Scott mentioned a thermostat not really working very well.
Yes.
You have to know where that's at.
Cafe kitchen, right?
What was that?
You were just in the cafe.
Yes,
kitchen.
I was.
Yeah, so it's this thermostat right here.
Oh, gotcha. It was a thermostat for a reach-in. Gotcha.
It's reading 32 right now. The thermostat's in here, but you have to take this whole unit apart.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Gotcha. It's reading 32 on there.
Yeah.
And so what's going on with it? Is it just going too low in temperature? Or is it
I don't
not?
know which way is the right way. But I turn it all the way counterclockwise.
Yeah.
It freezes. I turn it clockwise. It still freezes.
It still freezes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
This whole morning I turned it one way. And probably like 2 hours ago I turned it the other way.
And it's right here in this section right here where you kind of adjust it.
Yeah, it's
okay. Do you want me looking at that right now, or a little bit or later, or you guys kind of too busy right for that right now?
Okay now, but is it gonna be like 10 minutes to look at it, or?
I mean, it depends. I'll throw an air sensor in there and then figure out, see when it's shutting off and when it's shutting off.
Go for it.
Okay. Gotcha.
You have to take stuff out or something out.
All right. See, it looks like there's a panel right here. See, I'm hoping I can get to it from the side right here. Let's find out though. take off what I wanted to take off. So we're gonna need these empty. I'm gonna need that section cleared out right there so I can get to it from the inside.
Okay.
Whenever you got a second. Okay, so it's on 1 right now. So let's go ahead and throw our air sensor in here. Okay, so right now it's on the coldest. So 1 is the coldest, and it's set to 1 right now. So if we go right here, into measure quick, we can go over here and see what our air temperature is. This is what I'm looking at right now. So we're at 56 right now at the moment. Gotta let it come down. See what it kind of comes down to. So we'll give that a couple minutes and then come back and see what's going on. All right, so this is the skid for this unit. This unit is a remote style unit. Right now we're probably about 10 minutes in and we're reading about 37.2 degrees. So it looks like it's within range. However, this thing just keeps turning on and then turning off. I want to check pressures, see what's going on here. If we're actually satisfying, but then maybe we have a leaking solenoid valve that it keeps energizing this unit, so it keeps cooling it over and over again. Because that fan is going to be running constantly, no matter what. And the evap fan is going to be running constantly no matter what. Oh, don't bend that. Back that up. So if this thing keeps turning on because the pressure keeps going up, it could have potentially keep cooling the system if we're bypassing. So let's see, because right now we're not running. Whoops, there we go. We just turned on again. But we're staying right around 37, but we keep slowly coming down more and more and more and more in temperature, but very slightly. The condenser coil is clean. Everything on this unit looks to be good. So go ahead and especially hook up our low side gauge. Make sure we actually are coming down in a vacuum. Turn on our gauge. for our low pressure switch, so it should already be, I didn't even need to take off that cap. So we are at negative 16.5 psi, which is a negative 20 degree coil. That is very low. I believe we only have this 2 drawer hooked up to it. There shouldn't be anything else. So let's check this high side, see what's going on. But we just satisfied. Alright, that was tight. So we're sitting at 21 and we're slowly coming up, it looks like. It appears. Yep, we're slowly coming up in pressure. Let's finish hooking this up. Let's turn this gauge on. Reading 180 psi on the high side. .2, 26.3. We're still slowly opening. Looks like we just satisfied and we're coming straight down. Probably about 70 degrees down here. So we're looking like we're low on charge at the moment. But we're not hitting 32 degrees whatsoever. He said his product was freezing, but we're staying at 37 degrees. We appear to be, what is our sight glass looking like? See the next time this thing ends up coming down and satisfying. Looks like it's purple for caution. Seeing this thing turn on once more. So as soon as we come up to 25 psi, we turn on because we hit our low pressure switch. Cut in. But I'm not, unless my probe disconnected. Did my probe disconnect? Because we're stuck at 37.1. I might be too far from my probe at the moment. probe is still good. Probe is still on. It's adjusting, but we're staying at 37 degrees. We're not coming any lower than that. I think I'm gonna go grab my leak detector, see if I can find anything. Scan around. I know they're starting to get busy, so I'd have to take apart all those shelves. And even when I was heading down there to take a look at the when I took a look at that thermostat down there, and I asked him about it, he said he was asking me, seeing if it was going to take a while. It looks like it is almost lunchtime, 11:50 at the moment, so they're probably getting ready for a rush. So I may not be able to leak check the inside at the moment. Probably gonna have to schedule to do that if I don't find anything on the condensing unit right here. Everything's so damn tight in here. Actually, haven't tried out this leak detector yet. Alright. We've got the D-Tech 3. Does it already have a sensor in it? Yes, it does. Alright. Twist that back on. Alright, got the leak detector all set up. So, gonna go ahead and scan this around, see if we can find anything. I don't see any signs of oil. Scanning around. Whoa, why are we freaking out? I don't think it's here in the condenser unit. Fortunately, if we look at our pressures again, gotta come right back on again. So when we satisfy, so our return is even at 38 now at the moment. See that? So our return is now 38 degrees. It's not the it's at 39 right now. They might have it open, who knows? But it's not hitting 32 or anything near freezing temperatures at all. But my high side is at 187 right now. I want to see when it ends up turning off again, because it seems like my head pressure isn't really increasing much. My compressor head is hot. So it looks like we went down 1 degree when we pumped down. We should be at like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. We come up what? 6 psi? We try covering this coil. Let's see if I can find something to cover this coil with. Some boxes right here. So this. Let's cover this. Let's see what our portions do. So our pressures, oh, would you look at that? We jump exactly to where we need to be. And then if I uncover it, what happens? Start coming back down. What we were. It's going to keep coming lower and lower and lower. I'm gonna keep looking into this, see what I can find. I'm gonna update you guys on this. I'm gonna keep watching these pressures. All right, so just let's see. All right, so just talked to the customer. This thing did end up coming down to freezing temperatures after I blocked that coil. We're gonna change the thermostat. We ended up changing these thermostats a while ago. They're the dial thermostats that with the probes that stick into the coil and read coil temperature to be able to shut off. But this coil is going down in a negative temperature and that thing still isn't reading. I ended up replacing the other 2-drawer unit that's over closer by the walk-in door with a regular pen dial thermostat that you use for walk-ins. And they haven't had any issues with that. So since we just changed that one out, we're gonna end up changing that one out on Monday because I have to take that whole drawer system apart and everything in order to get that installed. So it's gonna take like a couple hours to be able to do that. And I also notified him about the leak that's going on. I scanned this whole entire condenser coil and I couldn't find it. So we gotta scan that whole evaporator, figure out where this leak is at. He would like us to do that on Monday because they are closed on Monday. So we will go ahead and do that on Monday. We'll go ahead and schedule that for that. I'll talk to my dispatcher, let him know I gotta get back out here. Issue is not fixed. So, but that's it for this one. Let's go ahead. We're just gonna go ahead and clean up all our stuff. Always got to pack all your stuff up. Alright. Love those field piece probes. Those field piece probes are amazing. I just recently bought those, so I'm still kind of new to them. That and the app and everything. I like using the Measure Quick app. There's a lot more customizable things that you can edit on there. There's a little bit of oil stains right here, but I'm not getting any hits right there. So just in case, I want to check that whole evap. Who knows, that could be our only leak. So we may end up also pulling the whole charge for that. Because there's only 2 pounds 4 ounces in this thing. So I could easily pull the whole charge in this, weigh it back in, see what we pull out, and we can verify if we have a leak. If we pull out somewhere around 2 pounds, then we know we're good on charge. However, if we not, then we know for sure that there is a leak somewhere, and it needs to be found. Discharge line is hot. Turn the right way? No. Alright. Got that all put together. We'll go ahead and take a picture of this. This is 2021, so this thing's only 4 years old. So, sucks that it is 404A, which actually, if you guys don't know, was banned in California. This past year, January 1st, 2025. So now it's in the same throne as R22. That and a couple other refrigerants got banned this year. Still able to buy it, still able to use it. Can't install new systems with it, unfortunately, but we still can't get a hold of it. It's just a lot more expensive now, unfortunately. Luckily, this is a small system though. That's all good. It's leak detector. Amazing. right, so that's it for that one. We were going to be back on Monday, and we're going to be taking a deep dive into that evaporator. They just started their lunch rush, so I'm not going to be able to get in there at the moment. I would just be all up in their way, they would be all up in my way, and then they would probably be dropping food and everywhere. You never know. So they're closed on Monday, but they still have here doing cleanup and everything like that. So we'll show back up here, and then we'll have all the room in the world to be able to take a look at that. They also want us to take out that old thermostat and put in a new thermostat, since I put in that a new thermostat on the 2-drawer unit that's right beside it. We ended up replacing both of those stats with the OEM ones, which was a probe that goes directly into the coil. However, those things, I'm not exactly too fond of those ones. The other probe on the other one ended up going bad, so I ended up replacing that with a regular pen dial thermostat that you use for walk-in coolers. That just senses air temperature instead of the coil temperature, and they haven't had any issues. So we're gonna do the exact same thing with this one right here on the right side. Just completely get rid of that coil one. It may not be making good contact, it may have fell out, who knows, but it's just a lot more reliable just to go in with that pen thermostat. That way they're not having issues having to mess with it all the time. And then we'll pull apart that whole entire evap, leak check that whole evap. The guy was saying that there's some water drainage issue going on right there, so we'll take a look at that. Maybe we got a cracked drain pan, or I know these drain pans like falling out of the drain tubes pretty easily, so that may have been what happened. So we'll look into it on Monday. So that's when we'll continue on with this call. But as of now, they're able to use it as much as possible, however they can, how they've been doing, until we can get back out here and then make a proper fix for it. But yep, that's it for this one.